I went through a 12-step program. It was 1 week, right? It was a couple days of detox and then 5 days of meetings, and then they kind of kick you out and they say, go to meetings and do that for the rest of your life and you'll be sober. They didn't tell me that I would be sober and unhappy, right? So I got about 6 months of what we call white knuckle sobriety out of that. In other words, force of will and believing in my head that if I did what they told me, that things would get better. And there were some improvements in my relationships due to my sobriety, but that kind of thing that I thought would be there, I thought I would feel so much better. And I had these expectations of sobriety would be a lot cooler and awesomer and more fun than it was for me at that time. Therefore, I relapsed. I was kind of off and on, drinking for a month, not drinking for a month, somehow managing to not get a DUI, not get fired, but just tumbling into this dark hole until, about 8 weeks ago, we're like, okay, we have to do something, obviously, because I was testy and barky with the kids and hungover all the time, unless I was drinking, which I was doing very, 24/7 at this point. To stop the sickness in the morning and then just to maintain, and it was just horrible, right? So we have to do something, right? The wife and I both agreed. And all I knew was I didn't want to do what I did before because it didn't work. And I was not in a state to dedicate myself to a lot of research. I was clinging to just life. She found this place through, as we do these days, through Google, and looking for a recovery program that was not 12-step, that was the polar opposite of what I went through because it was not rewarding for me or successful. She talked to Kat. She then introduced me to the website. I watched some testimonials like this one. And then I talked to Kat, and that's when I sort of knew, right? Like, okay, that's where I want to be. Whatever they're cooking up down there, I want a piece of that.